name is Wanda, Presidio Karakuta Republic. Anytime you come across my video, just pause and listen because you must get something. And you can even send to somebody because why not? United States is proposing to come and divide the country. But that is not the purpose of the video. The purpose of the video is that I want to remind you the voice of someone in prison. Before I go to reminding you the voice of someone in prison, I want to remind you that during the time that United States added Nigeria as a country of particular concern, there were United States spokesmen on Twitter and United States media personalities on Twitter that were calling Nigeria ex-Nigeria, ex-Nigeria. I still want to remind you that a lot of things has not been happening in Nigeria for a very long time has been happening in the administration of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. We strongly suggest something. Things like a world powerful country like United States adding Nigeria as a country of particular concern. Number two, a world powerful country like United States successfully landing an airstrike in Nigeria is significant impact. Number three, a world powerful country like Nigeria is having, let's say, a background beef with a country like United States to the extent that our president, we can't even predict where he is and where he is not. And number four, a world powerful country like United States is suggesting to come and divide Nigeria to the extent of calling Nigeria ex-Nigeria and ex. Again, a world powerful country like Israel is having Nigeria as a country of interest, not in support, but in division and in protection of the Christian population in Nigeria. Now let's go back to the voice of the prisoner. Number one, the man in the prison once said, there's the Hausas, the Fulanis and Fulani herdsmen, they are not your brothers. And today, the Fulanis have conquered the Hausa territories. If there exists something like a combat between the Hausas and the Fulanis, I think the Hausas will suffer a lot of damages today. And number two, he said again, after the Hausa territories are conquered, the next is going to be the Yoruba territories. Today, we are seeing a lot of herdsmen in Yoruba land, except this time around the United States is bringing external intervention. Number three, the man in prison once said that his people had no hand in that war that happened in 1967, which was all profiled to be caused by the Igbos. And after the book that Ibrahim Babangida wrote, all of us will come to realize that truly the Igbos had no hand in causing that war. The person in prison once said that the person we were calling President Muhammadu Buhari was not President Muhammadu Buhari. Now, after Muhammadu Buhari's administration, he disappeared and was nowhere to be found until he was pronounced dead 2 years later. And number six, the man in prison once said that the death of President Muhammadu Buhari will be made known to the general public 2 years later from the time he was making the claims that he was dead. And it was 2 years later that it was made known to us. At this point, I lost count. I don't even know the number I am again. But the man in prison once said, when nobody knew Tinubu, he said that President Muhammadu Buhari is going to take Tinubu by his hand and make him president in this country. That is never going to do to Tinubu. After Buhari is Tinubu. It happened like that. And number nine, the man in prison once says that dollar will be around 500, 600 naira in Nigeria when dollar was around 180 naira and 200 naira in Nigeria. He was telling his people to go and buy dollar and keep that dollar is going to increase. But he passed the 600 naira he mentioned and it's got to 1,500 naira today. Number 11, a man in prison once said that the East is going to be the safest place to stay because of his influence. And me and you know today because of him, the East can assure a great percentage of security. The little insecurities in the East is a result of agitation of his people for him to be released. This man has said so many things that I can't even mention that has happened. And he said that President Bola Ahmed Tinubu is going to be the last president of Nigeria. I'm so afraid. He said President Bola Ahmed Tinubu is going to be the last president of Nigeria. I'm afraid. This administration, things that has not been happening in Nigeria has been happening. External organizations are so interested in Nigeria, suggesting division. Nigeria has never been so much interest for the external organization than it is in President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's administration. Now they are suggesting to come and divide the country. Ex-Nigeria on Twitter, and the man is in prison. This is how I'm going to summarize this video. No one is supporting the division of the country, but if this ever happens, everyone is going to demand for that man to be released. If me, I am in the northern Nigeria, I will move myself to the southern Nigeria. I will make posts every day. I will walk around the whole southern Nigeria just to make sure that that man is released. Because we cannot be having the greatest treasure that Africa has produced locked up in prison. If this ever happened, this man becomes the greatest prophet that the world have seen in recent time. Even now that he's still in prison, I'm still seeing his imprisonment as a broad daylight injustice. This few days ago, Nigerian police force is coming to deny the abduction of 170 something people in Kanu'S state. We strongly suggest that the reason why this man is in prison is just because he is in the forefront of providing security for Nigerians from the hands of these people. That is why he is in prison. The sense of this video is just to remind you all the things that someone in prison said that has happened, and the last one that is trying to happen. It's just a reminder to you guys.
In a nutshell, what this guy is saying is that he's afraid because all the things that Nnamdi Kanu had said in the past, those things have been coming to pass. We have been seeing them, seeing the reality on ground. So the one that is making him to be afraid is the division of this country. That Nnamdi Kanu once said that Tinubu is going to be the last president of this country, and from all indications, it's beginning to happen because it is in this Tinubu's administration that a lot of unbelievable things have been happening. That the foreign communities are really interested in Nigeria, and they are even coming to poke nose, if you want to use that language. They are not even hiding it. And before you could say Jack Robinson, Tinubu is even aligned with them. Oh yes, I agree with them to do this, to do that, and it's been going to other countries. So this sovereignty that we are talking about is not really, it's not something that people will continue to talk about because it does not really hold water. So that is the fear of this guy. So I don't know. Does it mean he wants Tinubu to continue, or he wants the system to continue? Because as long as Tinubu continues, as long as he wants the so-called Nigeria to continue to exist, definitely we are not going to make progress. Because when you see people from different regions, the Yorubas, no, they are not aligned with the Igbos. The Igbos are not aligned with the Hausa. The Hausas are not aligned with the Igbos. Everybody, the division is so strong that who is going to bring everybody together? Because everybody already has a mindset, and that mindset is very, very bad, very, very dangerous. So I don't know why this guy is afraid. I don't know why he's afraid. Sometimes, okay, I come online just to check if this guy has dropped something, whether he likes it or not. Because we can't continue with what is going on. Not 2 years later, bro, I heard it was 2017. Okay, so when somebody was saying, sir, 2 years from when Tinubu became president, okay, he said he's going to be the last president of the country. Okay. Okay. Somebody is just trying to say, okay, this person is saying the truth. Okay. It's been a great time listening to all of these things happening here and there. Okay. Yeah, the analysis is on point, but my own is that why is he afraid? We can't continue like this now. Everybody just be talking. In fact, if you don't even know yourself, you just go get a BP on top of people will be say they no one change. On top of people where no one change. Yeah, you are absolutely correct. It's really on point. You are well informed. There's no doubt about it. Wisdom speaking. More grace. But to me, whatever that will want to happen, at least that will favor the masses, I'm in for it. Not just for a few individuals, because that's what has been happening over decades since independence. So guys, let's hear your opinion and have your take on this. Thank you.